Good morning, caregivers. This is Carol Howell, and we are here today on What's Going On with Momma. And I'm so glad you've chosen to join us. I want to thank our sponsors, Life in the Carolinas. You can find them at lifeinthecarolinas.com and also on YouTube. I am recommending this week that you click on that that link called Segments and Shows and watch the one with Taylor Hicks. Taylor Hicks was on American Idol. You guys remember that? I always thought he sounded good. lifeinthecarolinas.com. Vitamin Depot on Celanese Road behind the Burger King and the Dunkin' Donuts. Go in there and ask them about the products they have for inflammation. That's my word for this week after our show about how inflammation on the skin is so dangerous for us. You can call them at 803-328-5800 and place your order no matter where you are in this country. Well, I've had an interesting morning. What about you? Has your morning been a good one? I'm going to put this here so I remember to get it later, Michael. We've got to remember that. Okay, so I was in the shower doing my regular morning routine, and I'm the kind of girl that likes to brush her teeth and floss in the shower. I mean, flossing's boring, right? So if I can do it in the shower with, hot water hitting, oh, it feels so good. When upon doing that, something fell in my mouth and a crown fell off. Oh my goodness. Now, every time I breathe in and cold air hits that crown, it's not a happy feeling. So I'm kind of going, what now? I go in at 2 o'clock to see the dentist, and hopefully he can just glue it back in. If not, I'm flying to Southwest Florida where my dentist, who is my sweet son-in-law, will be fixing it for me. But in the meantime, it just feels so weird. He told me to take toothpaste and put it on the crown and stick it back up in there. Now I know I got a big mouth, but I must not, because let me tell you, I could not get up in there to do that. All right, so I'm going to make for you today a corn casserole. There are 5 ingredients in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. At Aldi, these ingredients will cost you less than $3, much less than $3. In fact, you'll have a whole lot of butter left over. But I like this particular dish. You can use it as an entree or you can use it as a side dish. You can take it to a party and chop it into little squares and it will disappear like lightning. And you can take it to where my mama lives and she'll eat it like a pig, which is what I will be doing today. This will be part of the food that folks have for lunch today at my mama's group home. If you're looking for a group home for your loved one with dementia or your loved one with special needs, then you need to send me a note, Carol at letstalkdementia.org, and I'll fix you up. They've got 1 room open. All right, we're going to start with a box of Jiffy mix and just pop it in there. And here I have a hot bowl with a half a stick of melted butter. And I do use butter. I seldom use margarine because, they did a study or a test with margarine and they put it outside in the heat. Didn't melt so well, which makes you wonder what's in that stuff. And then I'm putting it in my body? No. A can of, whole kernel corn that I've drained. That was hard work. A can of cream style corn. You don't drain, like you didn't know that. And half a container of sour cream. Now I used the other half of this container already, so I know this is the right amount. So I did not measure it out for your benefit. But it's 1 cup, which would be half of a 16-ounce container of sour cream. Excellent. Let's get it all out there. I like sour cream. Do you? Good stuff. Either you do like that or you don't. But it is good stuff. And that's it, folks. You just stir this up. You preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to bake this for probably 45 to 50 minutes until it starts to get a little bit golden on the top. It smells so good. Cream corn has a very strong smell. You guys know this? Now, it's going to probably gross some of y'all out to think this, but I'm telling you, if you taste this stuff right now, it is heavenly. I'm not kidding you. It will make you think dessert. It's so good. And there is a little bit of sugar in that Jiffy mix, so it is a little bit sweet. Well, there you go. That part's done. Now, we're going to take, let me move some of this out of the way so you can see. Going to take a good-sized casserole dish and line it with parchment paper. I'm turning into the parchment paper queen. And I take clips and put that parchment paper down on each side because the parchment paper has a tendency to bellow up and then you pour your stuff on it and it goes everywhere. Not a good plan. But as soon as I get a little bit of weight in there, I go ahead and remove those clips so I don't get them dirty. Otherwise, I'm washing clips all the time. So we just pour that right in there. Get every last little bit. And if my crown had not fallen off, I'd probably leave a little bit in there to sample later, but man, it's a little bit sensitive back there. And today was my day to go eat Chinese food. I was so looking forward to that, but now I'm a little bit afraid to eat anything until I get that crown put back. So we're just going to move that around. With the parchment paper, you do want to kind of push down the corners so you get the parchment paper all the way in there and fill it with your product. There we go. And all, bang, 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 bang. All we've got to do now, see it? It's pretty, is put it in the oven at the 350 degrees and set your timer for about 45 to 50 minutes. And by magic, get my glove out, we're going to bring out a finished piece. This is one I baked last night. It is so delicious, and you see it got a little golden. The edge is browned up a little bit. It's very, very good. Now, I would taste this to prove to you I really do like this, and I've watched enough cooking shows to know you always taste the finished product. Well, those folks don't have a crown missing from their mouth. I wrote my son-in-law this morning, and I said, do you think if I drink something cold, it's going to hurt? He said, maybe will, maybe won't. Only one way to find out. Wasn't that helpful? I'm not finding out. So he told me to take toothpaste and try to connect it back, and I couldn't do that. He said, don't lose it. So it is in a Ziploc bag, in a zipper pouch, in a zippered purse, and I think I'm thinking about hiring a guard to stand by it. You know how expensive crowns are. So there you go. In that short amount of time, we have a wonderful dish that we can use as a main dish, which is what we will do at our house, or as a side dish. I'll be serving this tonight with a vegetable of some sort. See, we had asparagus last night. I don't know what. We may have some cooked cabbage with this. That sounds good. I like to roast cabbage. So there's your easy dish. I'm going to come over here to the table, and I want you to join me over here because I want to sit down and read to you, as my cameraman gets seated here, a letter that my mama wrote me. I have been in the process of doing massive clean out at my house. If it isn't tied down, honey, I'm probably donating it or throwing it away. But the last thing I had to go through was a box of paper, memorabilia. You know how you keep cards and this and that? I've got a stack of emails this tall back and forth between my daughter and I from the time that she was her first day in college, and I just couldn't get rid of them. And I get rid of everything, but I couldn't get rid of that. And in the process, I found a letter my mama wrote me. It was in a card. She wrote this letter about 2 years after her diagnosis of Alzheimer's type dementia came through. Now, you have to know that even without dementia, when my mama would write, it could be 500 pages, and she would use 1 comma and 1 period in all those pages. So it made reading it a bit interesting. And because I wanted to read it without stumbling so much, I did type it today so I could read it to you. But I treasure my mama's handwriting on those pages and the way that her brain worked. And I could see dementia in those pages even that early. But I wanted to share it with you, so maybe I won't cry. Oh, please don't cry. I do like Oprah says, the ugly cry. So here we go. She says, "My Carol, I woke up this morning with you on my mind and in my heart. I just need to let you know, if there is any way I can, how very much I love you. As you know, I was put to sleep, and when I woke up, you had made your grand arrival. I never had a labor pain with you, and very few since. Times were hard when you were born. Your daddy had been out of work. A lot of people had lost jobs. I don't remember why. When I woke up after you were born, I didn't have a baby by my side or no nurse around. I was afraid of what I would find out. But the girl in the bed next to me told me I had a little girl. I was thrilled. Irma came to Jacksonville and stayed with us for a few days. That's my grandmama. The first night home, you woke up crying. Irma came and got you so I could rest. She gave you a bottle and you still cried. I got up and got you in your brand new pacifier. I took you to bed with me, put you on top of my tummy with Passy, and you went right to sleep. You would sleep like a log on my tummy, but when I tried to put you in your bed, you cried. You spent a lot of time sleeping on my tummy. Your daddy hated it. Right then and there, I knew you were just mine, and you have been ever since. You spent any time you could with Dad and Irma. You always wanted to go home with them when they would come to see us. Grandma Irma was so proud of you. You were her delight. You always wanted to do things to learn, cooking, sewing, and projects, but you did not like to clean your room. You always have been able to think ahead, on how to work out things that would make life better for you. You've handled your problems in life with amazing grace and courage. What a tower of power and strength you are. I know you've had a lot of times in your life when it seemed like you were alone. For that, I am really sorry. And then there's Michael. Well, Michael is a wonderful son to his mother and the very best son-in-law to me. He has come through so much, and he is a stronger person than before. He has been a son to me that is loving and caring, and I know he loves me and wants what is best for me. Now, where Brandy is concerned, now Brandy's my daughter, she just blows my mind. What's left of it? I just can't keep up with her. I can't remember what she's done or doing long enough to brag on her. I must keep better notes. I can hear you saying, "Sure, Mama, you're going to make notes. Ha ha." Carol, I just want you to know how much I appreciate all you have done and still do, and I know you will do in the future. You have a very loving and giving heart, and I see the love and grace of God in you all the time. I love the way you have grown in God's word and his grace. You have a big heart, and I see that in all you do for other people. I am sure I drive you crazy most of the time, but I really do try to stand on my own when I can. But Carol, I don't ever want you to think I don't love you and value you. I do. You are my support, and I really do need that in lots of ways. You do know when the chips are down, it is you I want right there on anything and everything. I am so proud of you and how you've handled hard times in your life. Sometimes I think we seem to forget Carol has been through a lot and has come out stronger. For that, you are a better person. And here's the best part. I want to live my life to the fullest and make my children as happy as I can. I want to be a good mother and friend to all of you. For being you girls' mother has always been my greatest joy in life. And I love you, Mama. Yeah, that last sentence, that got me. Her greatest joy being our mama. And probably my greatest joy is being her daughter. Her caregiver was going to try to get the I got to get it together. Get the computer in front of Mama today so Mama could watch this. And Mama, I hope you are watching because you're the best. And your girls have always known that you love us beyond anything that we could imagine. Enough of that. Get it together, Carol. Surprise, by the way, I set my timer. It's actually working. I've got 1 minute left to tell you everything. Our scripture for today is be strong and courageous. All right, now I got to be strong. Do not fear or be in dread of them. For it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Ooh, and even better than my mama's love is that love, the love that I depend on in even more ways than I do my mama. All right, so we've got our Got Sneaker campaign. We have a box at Dr. Epps' office, a box at the travel agency on White Street. And if my brain weren't so cluttered up right now, I could on Black Street. Your travel. Thank you, Michael. And tomorrow we will have one at the Chester Golf Course. Check them out. Drop off your used athletic shoes, tennis shoes, rubber cleats. They can be little bitty shoes or great big old shoes. We don't care. Just drop them off, and we thank you for that. We will have some more donation sites next week. Passmore's Grocery and Grill has one also. All right, I hope you have a good day, and I left my notes over there, but I want to thank our sponsor, Vitamin Depot on Celanese Road. You can check them out at 803-328-5800. Call them to find out about the products that will be good for you, or stop by their store. All right. On Celanese Road behind the Dunkin' Donuts. And Vitamin Depot, vitamindepot.com. Not Vitamin Depot. I already said that. Oh, mercy. Life in the Carolinas at lifeinthecarolinas.com. And you can find them on YouTube. Wonderful, wonderful award-winning television show. All right, I'm going to see you next week. I'm planning out the week. I haven't got too much figured out just yet what we're going to talk about, but Mama will be Mama Monday, and I'll update you on what's going on in the little woman's world. Blessings and smiles on your day.